Ray Schiller, voice of backgammon. We're about to present the semifinals with Ben Friesen and Victor Ashkenazi. Victor on top, Ben on the bottom. I've got a great honor to present Phil Simborg as my expert commentator, co-commentator.
Wait a minute. I thought you were the expert.
All right, we'll be in trouble.
We're in trouble. We're in trouble already.
And we've got Joe Urso and Baman Zandi helping out. Great players, also helping out with the XG analysis, which we hope to get going shortly.
Let me give you a little background about the players. Victor is very well known. He's the #3 giant in the world currently. Ben is not quite as well known except around the United States. And Ben Friesen, I'm very proud to say I was his coach when he was in college. He was actually one of my students, and he's studied the game tremendously since then, so I don't take credit for the very fine player he's become. But he's no slouch. He's a great player, too. Victor informed me he's going to be playing very fast because he likes to play fast and going to speed the game up because there's so much side action here in New York. Now, the winner of this match is going to play the winner of the other semifinal match. Who's that, Larry?
We have Jack Edelson and Michael Niegu, both excellent players. And Jack is coming back in the game after getting married.
Living up in Minnesota. Jack's living up in Minnesota now. He's actually from
All right, and we've
New York
started
area.
the game. First roll is, let's see if we can pick it up. Yeah, we already missed the start.
Yeah.
But see if you guys can pick it up where
Well,
we
he said
are.
he was going to play quick.
Yes.
So they're playing an 11-point match. Dice on checkers, legal moves, USBGF rules.
Yeah, and so dice on checkers, just to describe that, is where sometimes the checkers will land on another die, on top of it. The dice will land on top of a checker. And some tournaments say that's no good, and some tournaments say it's legit.
Well, in the United States, it's good now. That's what basically the rules. Outside the United States, they pretty much don't play that.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a U.S. kind of thing.
In my opinion, everybody should be playing with one of my baffle boxes.
All right. All right. So we've got we'll have to catch up on the stream and pick up what happened. But there was clearly a hit early on because Victor has 3 men back, but he's got a better board. So we'll see. All right, we got a 6-4. That's for, and they're not using a baffle box. Apparently.
No, they're not.
Which makes it easier for us as commentators because then we know who's made the roll.
Well, if you pay attention, it's not a problem. Damn it.
Oh, a double ones for Victor. He's preparing a nice home. What's he thinking about for the last one? Is he thinking about pushing up? So there you go. Instead of making the 4-point prime, he's gonna.
He made what we call the golden point. Your opponent's 5-point is the golden point, and it's called that for a reason. It's worth gold.
And you want to listen to Phil because he runs the Backgammon Learning Center with Perry Gardner.
Right. Thank you.
All right. There's a 6-1 for Victor. So he can make his bar point, or he can slot. If he makes the bar, he's going to leave a shot.
No, that's not. Okay. That was black 6-1. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Victor's black.
Victor is black.
I got you. There's no reason to make the bar point when you got nothing back there. Right.
Well, if you anticipate a hit, it's probably good to have a 5 prime, and so in preparation.
So Ben does not want to leave a shot. So this is pretty.
And that's the only way to avoid it.
Well, just about, the only logical way.
Yeah. 6-4. So Victor, if he keeps rolling high numbers, he'll eventually win in the race. But
if Ben wasn't quite so stiff, you might be thinking about a cube here.
All right, let's see, because Ben is way ahead. We don't know the pip count. Can we figure out the pip count?
Well,
he's doing the pip count. He's not doing.
He's thinking about it.
Thinking
he
about
should
it.
be thinking about the cube here.
When Ben cocks his head to the right, but he decided not to do it, and there's a 6-4, probably with good reason, and he has to leave a shot.
Well, he doesn't have to at all. No.
So he's gonna. He doesn't. You're right. Play from the 10 point. It's ugly.
Yeah, but what's Victor going to do? Victor's only got 2 checkers on the midpoint. He's stiff, so that's.
Oh,
the right
and he
play.
rolls double 4s. So Victor has
Racing.
some racing equity here, and he could bring 3 men out to the opponent's 9 point. There's a number of plays here. I don't know how, but he's still pretty far behind. So, if you keep those checkers on the 5 point, then he's got a long term.
So Victor's moving just so he can count, and okay, I like this play.
Mm-hmm.
I very rarely will argue with a Victor player.
I know, right?
Because we know he always plays. He plays consistently under 3 PR, which is the rating that you get from the computer. Have we got it reversed? Who's Ben and who's Victor?
The name cards are, placards are right. It's the pictures.
Oh, we got it. Yes, the pictures are reversed. Victor is white and Ben is black, and we've been calling it the opposite way. I'm sorry, because that's where the pictures are showing the opposite way with Victor on top. So forget everything we said. Ignore it.
No, reverse it.
Reverse it. Reverse everything we said. Victor is the one that might have a cube. I would definitely, it's all about pip count here. Ben almost always has a take from this position. Almost always has a take. They're correcting who's where on the screen. I like this double, and I think it's a take. You almost never get gammon from this position. Gammons are maybe 7 or 8% with 3 checkers back, and you might get a shot, and you got some possible race vig. And it really doesn't cost you that much to lose 1 point or 2 points instead of 1 at this score. So I think it's a take. But that's just off the top of my head without XG. I think there's enough shot vig here to take. It wouldn't be a blunder, obviously, to pass. It would be a blunder not to stop and think about it. Okay, he passed. He disagreed with me. Can't wait to see what XG says. I would have taken that, especially against Victor Ashkenazi, one of the best players in the world. It's not a hard position to play. You might get a shot and win. You're never going to get gammon. I would take that cube against Victor in a heartbeat.
It's already 1-0, huh?
Yep, it's 1-0 for Victor.
Don't worry about the score right now. Just let's get the plays.
Okay, looks like we got the players corrected. We got Ben.
Right, opening 4-2 and
Yeah.
6-2. And 6-3 for Victor. I mean
Okay.
for Ben now.
Okay, Ben is the black checkers.
Yes.
Okay,
We had that big. We had that backwards last time. So
so the 6-3 is for Victor, not for Ben.
yes,
Okay.
that's right.
Okay.
I was looking at the black dice.
Wait a minute. You're Larry. I'm Phil.
No, you're Larry.
Oh, okay. Now I
Wait.
got it straight.
4-2, 6-2, 6-3. 4-2, 6-2, 6-3, 5-2.
Did he hit on the 6-3?
Nope, there was no hit. Sorry.
Or what do you play 6-2? This is just not going well. This is not going
It's hard to do the XG. We're going to struggle through this and get off our plateau
Let's just
eventually.
not worry about XG then if we can't get it straight.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
And we have a 4 to come down. So the 4, it's pretty clear to come down. Victor does that.
What I'll do when they're thinking about a big decision, I'll input it real fast.
That's
Awesome.
good. I'd
Thank
love
you,
to know
Joe.
about that last cube. Is it too late?
I know. Joe Urso is going to catch up. That sounds fantastic.
All right.
So when there's a tough decision, oh, look at this double 5s from the bar. It hits. Woof. And does he bring another checker down from the midpoint? So that's, and what's the race now? The race is pretty close. White's got a better board. White has a much better position. There's a 4. He'll probably slot the 4 point. He could consider slotting the 2 to keep the extra builder, but he wants to build the board right from the high points starting. So
You
Ben,
also want to unstack.
but you also want, yeah. So that's backgammon, right? You want to do this, but you want to do that. You got to find the Buddhist middle on every move. Oh, look at this double 6s. It's not as good as it looks. I mean, it's a great roll. Don't get me wrong. He'll probably, just point on the 2 point, but he's going to leave 3 blots if he does that. And so he's got, 5-4, 5-5, 3-6.
But what's the alternative?
What is the alternative? He's going to leave a lot of shots no matter what. He might bounce, and he's got a blot in his home board, Phil.
Well, this is an ugly play, but the thing about backgammon is the best play is only the best because it's better than the alternatives. It could still be an ugly play, but the other plays are uglier.
And he rolls boxcars from the bar, and he stays out. So this is a pretty clear cube.
I don't
and
think
would
it's
you
a pretty
take
clear
it?
cube.
Oh, you don't?
No,
you think
not
it's
with
too
the
good?
not with the 2 checkers back Now with the 2 checkers back on the
Well, he's
18
got
point.
13 men in the zone. You think like a blitz has some chance of working, especially when he's got a blot on the 4 point? If we
got
were doubles partners, would
only
I be
one
talking
checker
you
back.
into this? I would drop this cube in a heartbeat, but I'd be curious to what XG says. And Joe's putting it in the position that we're going to see. Yeah, because he's got 13 checkers in the zone. The score is 1-0. Who's ahead? Victor's ahead, 1-0. He finally turns the cube. Victor drops. No, Ben drops. Victor turns. Ben drops. Yeah.
I bet you it's too good.
That was great.
It might
I
have been
love
too
that.
good.
I love that. 5-3. Here we go. Bill, I love you having this co-commentator, man. You're awesome. All right, that's great. Awesome.
Joe says double drop.
Correct. All right, we got double
Right.
fours.
Okay.
5-3, double fours. Right, Bauman? We got it.
Yeah.
Followed by 5-3. And he brings one out, one in. So here we're under the gun. He's got 10 checkers, but slightly, you were right.
Slightly too good to double. 1 point for Phil. I told you it wasn't obvious that it was a double. 1.1.
Wow. Wow.
Slightly too good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. That was a huge blunder to double. You're right.
You don't need XG. I already told you what the answer is. Yeah.
All right, so we've got a 4-3 here for Ben. He's thinking about it because nothing hits. And he's bringing the 4 down, and he's risking. That's odd. Doesn't he think that's
You
odd?
don't want
Because
to take a checker out of play. You don't want to bring a checker to the 18 here with all that
yes, you do.
firepower.
Yes, you do.
You do?
You do. I think that's the right play.
Maybe that's
But
why
we'll-
you're sitting here and they're sitting there.
I think that might be a reason.
Yeah.
But we'll see what just. But it's risky. But you know, Ben's a great player, so I'm not going to second guess him. Now 6-5. I mean, that points on the 3
I
point.
spent 2 weeks playing Ben in Greece on a boat
Oh my gosh,
in June.
that sounds like
And
fun.
I'm telling you, I thought he was a good player. After that trip, I thought he was a great player. He deserves to be where he
Yeah,
here.
totally.
He's very good.
All right, what does he do with the 6? He's going to like play ugly 9-3, or
Come out. I'd come out.
and leave
I don't
the.
want to be hit. I don't want to be hit on my opponent's 5 point. That's the point he wants to make.
I like his play
I don't.
because it's ugly.
I don't. No, he throws a checker away. I come out there.
All right, well we'll see what's right. I mean,
I come
there's
off of the
a
opponent's
lot
5
of
point.
thinking now.
I hate being on that 5
Victor
point.
wants to cube, but he says, "I'm ahead 2-0,"
gonna hit with a
and he's
1.
going to double. He's going to turn the
He's gonna hit
cube.
with a 1, 3, or 8, and
Or 4 or 5.
well,
7.
but mostly he wants to hit that checker.
Yeah,
on
with a
the
1. That's right. 1,
That's
3,
why
or
I
an
don't
8.
leave it there.
That's right. And so what is it? It's a double take. Awesome. I shouldn't say that too loud. And he took it.
Cock dice. Yeah.
All right. Oh, are we playing? So it's no. Is it dice on?
Well, it was cocked. It was just cocked.
Yeah. And he rolled a 4-2.
One of his worst.
Oh. All right. Well, doubles now. Any
That
doubles
was
is
the
going to
worst.
play
That was a
play
bad
great for him. 4-2. Great job. Thanks to Joe Urso and Bamanzandi for getting us up to speed on the XG with these important decisions. Double ones. Wow. Any doubles plays well. It's kind of forced.
Kind of.
Kind of. 5-1. So he can slot 2 and 1. I don't know what else
would
to do.
slot 2. I don't like the stack.
Yeah, but
You're
but
not likely to get a shot right now, but
well,
good.
yeah, you're not likely.
okay. Right
Yep,
to stack.
good. Right to stack. Yep.
Like I said, you'd never get a shot now. And it's about to leave him one.
So look at the double 2s. Is that what he has? So 6-2, same thing. Okay.
He didn't think
No.
about coming out from the back. That's interesting. I would have thought a little longer about that.
Oh, and he rolled double 2s to come back. Unbelievable. So definitely he's going to hit
Hit
with
and make
those
a 4
2.
point. You hit and make a 4.
And I like the way Ben plays first the 2. That's so great.
Yeah, he's thinking about hitting 2 or making the 4.
Yeah.
I think it's because of that board. He's got to make the 4 and not leave the blot.
I mean, he wanted to look at it. Oh, look, he's hitting. No, he didn't hit. Sorry. No, sorry. Take it back. So he made the 2 point.
Made the 2 point.
Not leaving a shot. Because, you know, Victor's got a good board. He's got a 4-point board,
Yep.
which is better than Ben's.
And also, he's got cube control. That's a big thing here.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so Ben rolled a 3-1. And he can't move the, you know, it's a terrible roll. Does he play 6-2? Does he open up 2 shots and give a shit ton of numbers? Pardon my French?
I slot.
Oh, you slot what?
I slot the 4-point.
No, it's Ben's roll. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
Slot the 4.
You said he had a 3. Yeah.
He could play 6-2 or slot the 4. So
I
what do you
slot-
do?
I slot the 4.
Slot Ben.
I don't
Oh.
like to throw checkers away.
Wow. So he's going to give him 3s and 5s. 1s, 2s, 6s.
About equal, 6-2 and 8-4, about equal.
About equal. 6
What about his roll?
Yeah, his play was very, very big.
His play.
He split the back check.
20 to 18, 20 to 15.
Yeah,
2017,
it wasn't on
20 to
the list.
15.
18, 17, 18, 15.
Yeah.
That wasn't on the list. Yeah, that's an error.
Yeah, that's a yeah. I mean, Ben wanted to get his butt out
I
of
would
trouble.
slot the 4 while you got the anchor.
But it worked.
McGrill's bold safe says you got that anchor, you can afford to play a little bit more boldly.
Now, let's see. So Ben is black, so he's got the 5-2. So what does he do with this? I mean, why don't you just play safe? 8-3 and 17 to 15.
Because you got to clear it later, and he's got to check on the bar is the time not to play safe. That's my play.
You like that better?
I like it. It duplicates 5s.
I don't want to take the risk.
I don't want to play safe when my opponent's on the
Hey,
bar.
you're gonna roll doubles
You know
next
he's gonna come in
time.
most
You
of the
know he's
time.
gonna roll doubles. Come on.
No, I like this play.
Well, we'll see what Joe says.
Safety 15, 13, 8, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15, 8, 3, and 15, 8 will fly.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, if he doesn't get hit here, he could think about a recube,
Yes.
especially when you're losing
Down
2-0.
2-0. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Very well
It's not
said.
a big difference in the score, but it still is worth. It's a little bit more. I would recube here.
Wow. Double
And
threes.
He did. Good for Ben. Did he hear me?
Oh,
He must
what-
be listening. He's still
I
my
missed
student.
that.
I definitely would have recubed there.
All right. So we got a cube. Ben has recubed to 4, and now Victor has a tough decision. Victor is winning 2-0, but
I think it's a pass.
Guys, just take.
I think it's a pass.
You think it's a pass? What about Larry?
what is the pip count?
Pip count is 28 difference.
It's a drop.
But I know it's a recube because I'm not confident about taking it. And he passed. Good recube.
1068.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds good.
Was it pass?
Yep, .068. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Bauman. That's great. Yeah.
Joe Urso gave a lecture in L.A. on the use of XG, and he's proving that he knows what he's doing.
Except on the transcription, I'm not keeping up.
Well,
No, you'll
no,
get it.
I
You'll
was
get
at
it.
your I was at your lecture. It was excellent.
Thank you. They're moving too fast for my slow.
No, no worries. Seriously, no. You guys are.
We're going to do the position.
Yeah, that works great.
Is that okay?
Mostly the
Absolutely.
cube decisions. That's best. Yeah.
So we've got a. Here's a 4-3, an interesting sitch. Can he hit 2? Although I don't know why I didn't pick up the checker on the 4-point. Oh, there you go. So 4. That's the more recommended play.
Yep.
Not to hit 2.
Now, one of the big errors that intermediates make is they don't hit there. When
Right.
your opponent comes up to your 4 or 5 point, you're inviting a hit.
And that's modern play, right? That's just the bots have told us that is the right thing to do.
Yeah. Well, Jim Pasco used to do it in the old days, and a few others, but not the people who played pure didn't.
McGrail did. Paul McGrail did.
Uh-huh.
He's the god of backgammon. And I just want to point out that Phil and Larry, your commentators here, are wearing hats. And Phil's got the New York Yankees hat. And I moved to Texas 2 years ago, and I've got the Texas hat.
Yeah. So that's why he sounds stupider than me.
Yeah. Well, it might be because I am. I don't know. It's
More
like
stupider. More stupider.
right. All right, here we go. We got 4 checkers back for Ben. And you might think, oh, gosh, he's really behind in the race, which is true. But having those 4 checkers actually gives him quite a solid game plan going forward. And if he can make 2 anchors in his opponent's home board, now he's not doesn't seem to want to make the 2-point and the 1-point right
It's too
now.
early to commit to a low back end. You don't commit to that real early in the match.
And then Ben is
Game.
yeah, it's too early. It's too much risk. That is closer. Yeah. Now this roll is, 6-1. He makes the 5 point. It's getting riskier. Ben needs a 2 or a 3 to stay.
Oh, he can make the bar
In this
point,
game.
he can make
That's
the
true.
18 point.
Double 5's not bad.
That's not great. Not what he was dreaming of.
But I think it keeps him in the game. He gives him 5s and 3s.
If I had double 5s and I had the chance to roll over, I would. That's what I think about. that.
Really?
Yes.
I wouldn't. I'd take it.
I'd rather have the anchor.
Oh, you'd have the anchor. That's true. Yeah. But now he's got some race equity, which he didn't have before. So he's got 2s, 4s, and 5s. He left a lot of numbers. That was surprising.
Tell me again how nice this double 5 was.
Oh, yeah. Can we go to, once Joe gets the dice in. So this is a double take here for and Victor.
No, the dice are still down.
Oh,
the clock. They rolled the
yeah,
clock.
yeah.
The clock, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a double take. Yes.
Yeah, very big double.
Yes, it's a big double and it's a pretty big take. And Victor is thinking long and hard about this. I mean, Ben is thinking, right? No, Ben's thinking. And Ben takes it, and he makes the right play.
Very good.
So good for Ben. Victor is a little disappointed. And the roll is 3-4.
Nothing special. I'm hitting.
Oh, yeah, of course we're
Hit
hitting.
and come down.
Yep, that's the obvious play. And there's a reason for that. So here are the criteria. Like usually if you're ahead, you don't want to hit. But in this particular case, you want to hit because you have, there's no risk. You own the anchor, the 5 point for your opponent. So if you get hit, you have a safe place to come in. It's no worry. And you have a chance to really do a blitz here if he doesn't hit you.
One more reason to hit. You have more interboard points than your opponent. That's a major
Yes.
factor.
Great point. Absolutely right. Now, so we had a 3-2, and he's going to hit, which is right. And the game is closer, so that was the risk. And he rolls double 6s from the bar, and he can't come in.
Yeah, in my
Don't we hate
in my
that?
shoot, you get a point for that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
1 point board roll?
Yeah, from everybody. If you dance, if you're in the box and you dance on a 1 point board, it's fun.
Oh, and look at this. It's double 4s, and he doesn't even think. Now, Ben, I don't know about you, but I would have thought about moving no, I guess maybe another man down, but no, what the heck? He left the shot. 6-3. He comes in, and he hits. Of course. All right. Ben's.
Both playing very fast.
I know, right?
Except for the cube decisions, they took some good time, which is right.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense. All right, 2-1, so we can hit. So Ben's doing a good job rolling from the bar. And we've got an audience here. Welcome to live streaming at Lynn Ehrlich's New York Metro. Double 3s, what a great roll for Victor. Now look at this. Who would have dreamt that Victor would be the one with 2 anchors in Ben's home board the way this game started out? That's backgammon for you.
That's right. Some people call this a back game. I don't. I call this a double holding game.
Because it's it's a 3-5. Anything with a 5.
Well, no. I mean, a 2-5 would be a back game. A 1-5 would be, but this is just too high to be considered really a back game.
Oh, and he hit him again. He hit him the 4 point. I don't think he's missed on that 4 point. He's got a special knack. I'm going to call it the. Layla had that knack against Mochi earlier.
I don't know how much hitting hurts him by getting hit.
I know, right?
I kind of like to get hit there if I'm Victor.
Yeah. Well, although, I mean, you'd rather make the 4 point
Yeah.
if you're Victor, but that's okay. It's not bad either way, you're saying. Yeah.
It's all about timing in these games now. Now he has a back game. Now he's got a 2-4. I mean, he's got
3-5.
3-5, but now it could be a back game with where the checkers are placed. But still a double holding game technically.
And, you look at the black checkers, right? It's a great roll because he can make the 3 point. No, wait, who's on roll? Is it white or black? White's on roll? Where do you do with the last one? That's tough. All those ones are blocked. Look at that, right? Now he could hit 2 checkers. He could play 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and hit 2 checkers, which maybe kind of, I don't know. Maybe that's a smart move.
I make the bar and slot the 4.
Well, let's see what was right. And that, 8 to 7.
That was tough.
I'm not
play.
sure what the right play
Tough
was.
play there.
I missed it.
I don't really want to be on the 1
How
point.
bad was that play?
Uh-huh.
Oh, and he rolls double threes. This is great. These guys are rolling great from the bar. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So he's just going to bring a checker down to his 10 point, I would think.
He might make the bar.
He could make the bars better.
Making the bar.
Make the bars better.
One of the issues here is we got the colors swapped.
Oh, shoot. Oh, can you change the colors in XG? I see. Yep.
I got dark color going this way, white color going the opposite.
I gotcha.
Screen the other way.
All right.
You can change the colors in XG. It's a little tough to do in the middle of a match, though. You can do anything with XG. It's a wonderful program. I helped develop it.
All right, so here we go. It looks like Ben is thinking about, who's black, is thinking about cubing.
I don't know how you lose your market here. I would not cube because there's nothing you can roll where Victor wouldn't take the next roll.
Well, he rolled boxcars. There's another $1. Well, no, he had a 2-point board, but he stayed out, which isn't bad. I don't think Ben's really complaining about that. Double fives, on the other hand. Wow.
That
Yeah,
destroys his timing.
but gives him some race equity.
Yes, it does.
And he can make the 1 point and change his game
I
plan.
don't like making the 1 point, but maybe you do. In modern backgammon, you make the 1 point a lot more than when I learned this game 400 years ago.
So he's on the bar. He's leaving sixes. 2, 3, 4, 6. And he rolls a 4-2. So what do you do with a 4-2? Because white has really good coverage. Victor's got complete board coverage. Black, not so much.
I come in with the 2 and come out with the 4. I don't want to break my midpoint. I don't want to break my other points.
Wow, you'd leave 3
I
blots?
make this play.
And he's doing it.
That's my play.
That's good. Because he really only has like 8 checkers to hit to work with. It's going to be tough for him to.
It's an ugly play, but I didn't see everything else is much worse.
And it only hits 1. How about that? Well, he could play safe here. Or it's fairly safe.
Well, 6 out and 3 in.
The question is, does he hit? Joe, do you know the pip count?
I think I have it here, and it's 263.
It's what?
Whose 6-3 is it? It is
It is Victor's.
6-3.
It's Victor's 6-3.
If I'm Victor, I come out with the 6 and in with the 3. Hope he doesn't roll a 4.
That's my play.
143 for Ben. Victor's got 150.
Yeah, so this is the right play. It's threatening. It's
Yeah, that's my
right.
play.
Does that look right?
Yep.
22-16. What do you do with the 3?
8 to 5. What? Oh, I don't think that's what we did.
22-16, 8-5 looked right, but I don't see where you put the other 3.
Let's see, what is the play here? 5-4. So he can just make the he can hit. That seems like a good hit, no? So black to play, Ben to play this 4, this 5. Oh, he played the 5 to make the bar point. Now he could play the 4
Come out.
and come out and not be subject to a blitz.
Come out.
It's risky with the blitz. Why would he? Now he could hit. Joe, what's the pip count now? It's funny. I do Steve Sachs or Marty Storer, and they give the pip count in 5 seconds.
Yep. I can do it faster, but it's the wrong number.
Did he move the 4 already?
He moved the 5, so it's exactly even, or off by 2.
I'll still come out.
If he moved the 5, he's up 6.
Yeah, I agree, Phil. Come out to the bar, make the bar again. So what's the right play?
So he's
Correct.
Or he was
Correct.
2 points. So he played the 5. He has a 4 left.
Correct. Yeah.
You know, we keep talking about pip count. That's the number of dots on the dice that you need to get your checkers all the way around the board and off. And it's a critical part of the game to know that, as you can see, because if you're winning the race, you're going to play more conservatively and more just to win the race. And if you're losing the race, you need to find another way to win. On the assumption that you're going to roll evenly, you better hit them or block them or do something else.
Both up to the 18.
Yeah, that seems like the right play. Hitting is tempting, but you're, like you said, you're ahead in the race, right?
Yeah.
Hitting's a .05.
It's a blunder. It's risky.
0.
And he makes the right play. Ben mulls it over. And he used a lot of time. He's 2 minutes behind Victor. Victor rolls a 5-2. He's white. And the 5-2 doesn't cover that. Let's see, 5-2.
You just run the loose checker around. Nothing fancy. That's it.
Now we could, yeah, 16 and 9.
That's the only logical play.
Yep.
You don't want to create a new blot. You don't want to get stuck back there.
Oh, that's a great roll. I mean, he hits in safeties,
Yeah.
and he's behind, so he wants to hit. And Victor comes in on the 1 point and then just goes to the 3, simple. I wonder how bad it is to slot the 4 point to give him good 4s.
No.
What do you think, Joe? You got that up? After his 1-2? 4-5.
I like this play that he's looking at because he's winning the race.
Yep. That's right.
That's the right play.
13-4 is only very, very tiny,
Yeah.
tiny error.
I like this play.
0-19 error to go
Yeah.
13-4.
Ben must be playing very bad because he's making all my plays.
And Joe, you're welcome to plus that. The computer's fast.
On plus,
It got a little worse, yeah. All right, the position's simple. It's simplified a lot. 6-3. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Yep. It's got to get the checkers out. Ben's getting close to a cube because
He's already doubled.
no, Victor doubled.
Oh,
Ben's closer to a cube because Victor's man on the 3 point. He's stuck behind a broken 4 prime, but it's a tough prime unless he rolls boxcars. It's going to be hard for him to get out.
I still don't see enough market losers. A market
That's right.
loser means that on the next roll,
He's going to drop no matter what.
if he didn't double now, on the next roll he would drop, and I don't see that happening very often here.
That makes total sense. So what Phil's saying is one of the criteria you use to decide whether or not to double is if, can I wait a roll? Will things be different? Like, are there some really great rolls that I could make now?
Well, a 1 would be a great roll if a 1 and a fan, but a lot of low a lot of 1s, and you leave return shots sometimes, and he usually comes in 75% of the time. He'll come in.
And he could roll a 5-3.
Here it is. It is plus. 24 pip difference.
He is recubing. I would not have recubed there. Maybe you do it against Victor.
It's no redouble.
No redouble. It
Yeah.
was an error. I was correct on this one.
For once,
Yeah.
Phil made the right call, and he rolled a 5-3 that we just talked about.
Yeah. I did not like that. Oh, that's much better. You got me in the picture better. Thanks, Dan. Can you get him out completely? Is there? Yeah.
We just talked about a 5-3. How does he play it? And he plays it safely.
Yeah, I would not have given that cue. But again, he's playing the great, and I'm not exaggerating here, Victor Ashkenazi, one of the all-time great players. He's just an amazing player. You maybe want to gamble a little bit when you're playing Victor. You want to see that 4 cue.
Double threes. It's a good roll because it helps him in the race. It's 4 pips ahead of the average. Average rolls like 8 and a 6th or something. So,
Yep.
yeah, it makes total sense. Good. Thank you, Joe. Correct to play safe. Now he's got double threes. White has double threes. White is Victor. Now, I'm confused a little bit why he's thinking because the obvious play seems 13 to 4, 8 to 5. Is there another thing he could do? Make the 2-point? I don't know. He'd leave a shot? I don't get it.
8-2-2 is also a candidate.
I might make the 2-point here just because of the.
I wouldn't want to leave a shot.
Well, I don't think it's that bad to get hit here, and the timing is suspect.
Oh, double fives. What a terrible roll. I mean, sort of.
It's terrible.
It's pretty bad.
It's terrible.
This is bad. Those fives are killers. 5s and 3s, that's all he's been rolling.
What I love is when you roll a roll like this and your opponent says, nice roll. You got one more to play. You've got to figure out where to leave the blot.
Wow.
I bring it down because it's going to be easier to clear if you don't get hit.
Looks like a pretty good double, though.
You mean recube?
Yeah.
To 8?
13, 8, 3, 6, 1.
Ah, yeah. Make the 1 point. Just, yeah. Any risk here is bad. You lower the risk.
I don't think this is a recube. You talked about a recube. No. If he doesn't hit, he's not happy.
That's right.
And he's got that blot.
Oh, nice roll.
That's why his name is Victor.
That's a nice roll. Whoa, he hits and covers.
Now, is it too good when he dances? Oh,
But he rolled a 2-6 from the bar. Look at that.
that solved the too good problem, didn't it?
He's too good with 2-6.
I guess I jinxed him, didn't I?
I mean,
Yeah.
why is it that there's a 40% chance of rolling 2-6 from the bar when there's an empty 2-point on a 5-point board?
That's why we love this game. That's why it's so much fun.
Whew. Okay, so what's going on? He played the 6-2, but Victor is still thinking if it's right.
To recube?
No, he's still playing the 6-2.
Oh.
I think. No, he's thinking about yeah. I'm confused.
Close to a redouble.
Fairly close to a redouble. Wow. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I mean, a hit is the market loser.
Wow, he rolled a 7. Oh, my gosh.
Could have rolled a 7 or 11. And if he didn't, the odds of getting by. Now he's lost his market.
Oh, my
Now is
goodness.
it too good? Too good meaning that if he doubles, he knows his opponent will pass. And if he doesn't double, the question is, will he win more gammons by playing on than just cashing and taking the 4 points? But 4 points is really, really big here. And 8 points is pretty big too. Yeah.
And he knows he's too good.
Yeah.
He's going to bring, block the 2-6 from the bar.
Yeah, the guy rolled it already. You know he's going to roll it again. It happens every time. And if you play that way, you're going to be a bad player.
Well, 2-4 is a great roll.
Now I'm doubling.
Flooded the outfield. 19, 14, 15, 13.
Now the recube is really much. Now you're not too good anymore because you can lose very easily.
I think still too good without putting it in yet. So
Well, Joe thinks it's too good, and I think it's a double.
what he entered? 2 what? 2 when he put one other man. So he's got like that. Okay.
It could be too good.
My guess is
We all agree it's a pass. It's still too good. Okay.
Still too good by a lot. Wow. Yeah, because if he hits him and he comes in with a 1, he's got 2 men back. Gammon City. Yeah, I mean, if he hits on the 2 point, and then
And if he doesn't
Ben
hit the
hits
shot-
on the 2, then Victor can hit on the 1, and then right. So
But if
you,
Victor doesn't hit the shot, and still Ben would have to roll a 5 for Victor to be sorry he didn't double.
deep thought. He's thinking, "Am I too good?"
He's also thinking, what will my opponent do? That's you're always. Is there a chance in the world that Ben might take?
I don't think so. That is not the question.
You don't play in my chouette.
No, but now I'm open to an invitation.
Yeah, anybody would pass this cube. Okay.
Oh, and he's going to turn it. Let's see. 3 seconds or less. Ben's going to drop. 1, 2, 3, drop. Okay. All right, there we go.
Larry Schiller, the psychic. Wow, that was good, Larry. That was great.
Thank you very much. By the way, my kids are psychic, and so we'll demonstrate that next time they're at a backgammon tournament. We'll have a lot of fun with them.
Wow, that was amazing. I would have guessed 6 seconds.
All right, here we go. And what do we have for a score? 6-2. Victor is leading 6-2 in the match to 11.
Okay, so that's Victor, one of the greatest players in the world, making a very big blunder, right? By doubling when it was too good. And that shows you that this game has not been solved by anybody.
And you know what's interesting about his decision was, oh look, 640 hits 2. Don't we hate that when you roll 2-1, slot the 5 point, and the opponent hits 2 checkers? But you know, Victor is ahead, and so that may have given him cause. He might have thought, because I'm ahead, maybe it's like not too good.
I'm the same idiot Victor was. I would have doubled there too. I admit it.
Well, he won. You know, he got it. All right, here we go. 5-3. 2 men on the bar. Oof. Double ones. Look at Ben coming back from the dead. And does he make the 5 or the 2? I vote for the 2.
I vote for the 2 also. He made the 5.
All right, we have 2 votes. And who is correct? How close is this? We could take a bet on how much difference there is.
I bet one of us is wrong.
5-2 is going to bring 2 men down, I would expect, because you want to start blocking.
I hate the 4 guys on the ace. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's terrible. And there you go. That's great play.
Out of there.
Great. It looks risky, but, you know, even if Victor points on one of those checkers.
So here's one thing that's changed with modern backgammon. 15 years ago, you would play this game fairly much like a normal game. But only Joe Sylvester was saying back then, you play, when you're down this far, you play gammon go and gammon save as if it's a gammon go, gammon save situation. And XG agrees with it. But no other bots and no other experts agreed with Joe Sylvester years ago.
Do you hit 2 checkers here? Is the right play 9-4, 8-5, and hit 2 checkers, put them both in the bar?
I do.
Victor is thinking about it. Got it.
I just hate that stack so much I would hit 2.
And he's looking at the 3. Oh, he chickens out.
That's not bad.
Awesome. Wow. Big. All right, Phil, we blew it. No, he made the right play. You and I would have made the wrong play.
I'm not sure I would have made the play. I was just listening to you. If we were doubles partners, we'd be a lousy team. Right.
All right, 6-4 for Victor. And he's got to come in on the 4 point. And then what does he do? He can come out, leaving his to the 10 point. And that leaves 1s and 3s for Ben, which he needs. Like, Ben, 1s and 3s are great numbers for Ben. If he doesn't roll, but so are 4s. So that's a decent roll. And he can hit on the 1 point and really get a back game going. Just kidding. So he's got the 4. And what do you do with the 5? I guess bring him into the 6 point.
I think you have to.
5-4 is the roll for Ben. Oh, I didn't even see it. That's not bad. I like that.
24, 20, 11, 6.
Well, that was Phil's and Larry's roll, but oh, look at this double sixes for Victor. Whoa. He can't hit though. And what's he going to do with the last 6? He's going to play 9-3? I don't know. Does he want to do that? He want to come out?
Coming out doesn't duplicate anything is the problem, so that's why I wouldn't
He-
come out.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's making the ugly play. And a 6-3, so he can Ben can safety up on the 3.
4 up here, right?
Yeah.
20 to 11.
Yep. 20. Yep, that's right. 20 to 11.
Then Victor rolled 6, 6.
And you know the clocks are pretty even. These guys are playing pretty quick and consistently.
6, 6. He was supposed to come up to the 18.
Yes.
13, 9, 2, 15, 9, 13, 7, 2, 24, 18. Shouldn't have stacked it up on the 3-point. It was.
Yeah. Making that play. Where's his play? Wow. And those of you, watching as well as listening,
Not too bad. 250.
can see the XG analysis that Joe Urso and Bauman Zandi are working on together. And this play of Victor's to play to the 3-point was not the correct play. It's .050, which is not, it's a blunder. It's not that terrible. It's not a double whopper with cheese, as some people would say.
I might point out that there is one guy here who could do the XG on every play throughout the whole thing. His name is Ben Friesen. It's a shame we would be using him, but he's playing right now. He's the fastest person here I know of. There may be somebody else, but he's the fastest. I used to do it. I did it in the finals of Monte Carlo with Falafel and Matt Congayer for 2 years straight and kept up, but I lost my finger speed.
All right, here's an interesting roll. So he rolls a 2-1. Does he? And he comes up to the 3-point because he's ahead in the race. He wants to escape and race. But if he were behind, he might have come in on the 1 and hit on his 1 point.
Good point.
And he got hit again. Can he roll the 7? He's got all 6 numbers for the 7, but a 2-3 doesn't do it. And now he's got a 3. And does he play ugly with a 3? Is no question.
Wait a minute. Does Ben think about doubling?
Oh, great question. So
Score, I stop, and he is stopping and thinking.
Ben's down 6-2. He's at in a match to 11.
He's highly favored to make the bar point. I would double here.
He only has around a 25% chance of winning this match based on the score. I don't know the exact number. I haven't memorized
Close
the.
enough.
But which is not much. So he's going to want to gain some of that back, and doubling.
I would cue.
Doubling is more likely if you're behind, but I don't know. It's a tough double.
I like this double.
Well, it's an easy take.
Yeah. It might not be a double, but I like this double against Victor. It's a good game.
So what are you saying? That Ben's a lot worse than Victor? Is
Yes.
that backhand?
Yes, but Ben's a great player, but he's worse than Victor, yes. We no longer have to guess how good a player is.
Joe's got the posting up there. It is not a double. .062. If we plus that, let's see what it says. He's rolling 5-1.
I didn't say it was a double. I said I would double.
Well, Phil, it turned out to be a smart move because it looks like Victor can get out of dodge card unless his opponent rolls a 1, 4, or 6 next time. You got to hit this. There's no. I mean, how can you not hit this? Oh, who's 5-1? It's blacks. Oh, it's blacks.
Makes the bar.
Yeah, totally makes the bar. There's no question. Oh, anything else a huge blunder. What? Not bad. He hit. I mean, you can't argue with that too much. It's a blitz.
I think it's a blunder.
No, but you roll double 4s next time.
That was very bad.
He rolled double 4s.
You make the bar. You don't get carried away with this game and go stuff.
Yes, nice comeback. So Victor rolled double fours, came in with one, and he's thinking about what's his last four. Like he doesn't know, but it's going to be 6-2. Or not. He's looking at hitting on the 1 point. I hadn't thought of that. I like the 6-2 because you leave the block in place. And you worry about your back checkers, assuming you don't roll
As long as
fours.
you're leaving a block, putting your opponent on the bar and taking away half his roll makes a lot of sense to me.
Awesome. Look at him. Wow.
Good play.
Good play, Victor. Wow, that's amazing.
You won't make money betting against Victor.
Yeah, so why is that? And he did roll the double fours. Oh, my God. Oh, again. he's got the double four again.
I slot the 2. Ooh, he didn't slot the 2.
Didn't know because 2 5s or duplicate.
Okay. And I'd have been hit. I would have been hit slotting the 2.
Yeah, they both have 3-point boards, but Ben's board is a lot stronger. And the cube has not been turned yet.
It's a major liability for Victor to have all those checkers on his 3-point.
Oh, he rolled a 4. And now what does he do for the 3? He can't safety that 3.
Come out. Come out.
No choice. That's the play.
Well, there's a choice. You can put another checker on your 3-point, but it's already ugly.
And he comes out, like one of the things is it's 1s, 3s, and 6s to hit, and those are the numbers that actually have you stay out. So almost anything hits here.
Yeah, anything that comes in. Yeah.
There's basically 27 numbers that hit.
Yeah. And there's 36 possible rolls, so that leaves you 9 rolls that don't hit.
I don't think anything hits 2 except for double. Ben is thinking about a double from the bar.
Well, when you count the shots, you're talking about lots of market losers if he hits and doesn't perform. And at this score, it's tempting.
I mean, basically, there's 27 market losers.
Yeah.
Minus 9 is 18. O'Hagan's Law, you got 9. That's good. But there's gammon chances here. This might be a drop. I would drop this. This is a great double. No double. I would drop this. Are you kidding? Wait a minute. Whose roll is this? I don't get it.
Well, you know, the glass is half empty and the glass is half full. You can't just look at all of Ben's good rolls. How about he hits and
Oh, Victor takes it
comes in?
in a heartbeat. No counting the 3. I don't get it.
Well, watch. If Victor performs now, he's still got a decent game. He could easily come in and hit back or anchor.
Or he could stay out.
Now-
Victor's going to get
See
gammoned.
what a great double that was?
I'm a little confused, Joe. That just doesn't seem right to me. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's like whites on roll. Oh, he's looking at hitting her. He's got a great roll. Like 6-4, he can make the 4-point. Like just make the 4-point, then pick up the other checker. I don't know. I don't understand. But that's okay. That's a good way to play it. What's wrong with that? And he stays out 2-6 from the bar, but it didn't work this time. Oh yeah, he played it right, no question. And then 19-20.
This is what we call a blitz. And you know where that name came from. You have all your,
Why did he
you have
do
all your
that?
ammunition shooting at
Double
your enemy.
fives.
Go after him completely.
I'm just curious about that one he played. Like, he gives him double fives. It's what? Yeah, yeah, that's the reason. Okay. Yep, makes sense. 2-1. That was Roberto Litzenberger, top U.S. player, top international players from Argentina. I don't know. Is he a U.S. player or Argentina player? What are you? You're for Charlottesville or something. Oh, nice.
Did they win that game?
Another 2-6 from the bar. Wow. Oh, no. It's not from the bar. Oh, he's leaving two. Look at this.
Well, he doesn't want him to anchor. No matter what, you don't want him to anchor. A lot of gammons.
And he stayed out with a 3-2. Now, if he rolls a 3, I guess he just, makes the 1
3 or
point.
9.
Or 10. 10 works. There's double fives. Roberto's double fives. Comes home to roost.
Switch.
Nah.
You don't switch.
No. Definitely not.
Your other checkers are too far back. You might switch, though, if your checkers are in the outfield.
Yeah, he's got a long way to go.
Yeah.
That gives him 4 rolls to roll double sixes. Okay. He's given him even double fours is okay. He stays out. He's rolling the 2-6 from the bar. He's definitely practicing. 5-1. So all right, slots the bar. He's ready for sixes. I'm surprised he didn't play 19 to 20. Roberto, how come?
You know, he played 1 to 8 to 7.
Yeah, he played
I see.
the 6 direct 6.
I know, but a 6-1 would have done it.
So this is that situation my good, dear departed friend Kenny Bond used to talk about. When the guy's hardly breathing, you step on his air hose. And that's what Ben is doing now, going after him completely to go after the gammons.
So this game is likely tied up afterwards. It's probably a 65% gammon. It's 40% if it's 2 men in the bar. But because he's got 3 checkers on the 8-point, that ups it significantly. What's the guess? Bauman says 75. It's under 7. It's definitely under 75. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's clearly a pile of gammons here.
It's backgammon metric system. Piles. The 6-5 is interesting, and I like the way Ben played it because it's not like it's a little risky because if he rolls double sixes, he's going to leave a shot. Oh my gosh, look what just happened. And so Victor can come in and roll a 5. And he does not. It's what?
67.
I guess 65. Okay. I'll take it. Double this. Wow.
That's actually not a good roll.
Victor wants to stay
Victor
out.
dances with
One of
he's very
them.
likely to leave a shot. That was not that good a roll.
Yeah.
Victor came in with 2.
Yeah, there's a 1/4 chance he'd come in with 2, and he did. This is clearly it's not a backgammon any longer. It's a gammon, pretty much guaranteed. And that's it. I think we're going to have a resignation here shortly.
If Victor doesn't roll doubles here, you can
It's over.
forget it.
Yeah, there was a chance he could have saved it.
Okay.
But Ben took a lot of time. Ben's 2 minutes, 20 seconds, 18 seconds behind on the clock. But, we're up. It's tied. It's a 5-point match.
By the way, the clock works that if you run out of time, you lose the match. So you do have to keep an eye on your clock. And these guys are very sharp, but it happens to the very best players. They run out of time. You forget about it or you get pressured.
Opening 6-2, this is a standard way to play. Opening 6-2 in modern backgammon lore. And Joe Urso said somebody did actually clock out. Okay, and then they came back with 6.
Matt Cohn-Geyer clocked out against Akiko in the finals of the dual tournament in San Antonio a few years ago. One of the very best players in the world in
Wow.
the finals.
Wow.
Clocked, and he was winning.
Wow.
But he had a bet on a Kiko, so.
Okay, 6-3. Comes in with a 3. Hits with a 6. That was the only 6 he really had.
Okay, the score is not 6-6. The score is 5 away, 5 away. That's what matters in backgammon. I really think they should even change the score sheets, in my opinion, to show that. So this is like a 5-point match from here on. And I love 5-point matches because every time there's a score of any kind, it greatly changes a lot of the checker play and cube action.
And if you're a beginner and you're just learning the game, we're using a bunch of, fancy terms here, but playing for points is a wonderful way to learn the intricacies of backgammon. It's not just about checker play and the doubling cube. The score changes to Phil's point. So many decisions you make. There are situations where you have a particular layout. Depending upon the score, it could be a no double, a double take, or a double pass, or no double because you're too good. All at the same checker situation.
That's right. Very good. Very well put. Okay, we have a cube here.
Oh, there's a double, and it's very quickly taken by Victor. But this is gammony. Oh my gosh, double 6s. That's not bad. And he's going to have a 4-point prime here.
Again, talking about the score, when you turn the cube here, if you get a gammon, you get to Crawford, which means that the other player can't double for one game. So that makes the gammons more valuable. They're worth technically .655 or a little bit more, quite a bit more than a normal situation. So anytime your opponent has more checkers back and there's chances for gammons, you're going to double faster at 5 away, 5 away, which is exactly what Victor did. Well, what Ben did, rather.
It was a double take.
Yeah, in that position, you might not double at other scores. It's the gammon value that made that a double.
25% is a lot. By the way, rule of thumb, if you can estimate, like what you think your probability of winning is, like, 65, 64%, and your gammon chances, are maybe 30%, if you take half your gammon chances, which would be 15, add it to the 64, if your answer is over 78%, then you probably want to drop, all things equal, like in a money game. And in a score 5-5 where you're the same amount away.
Everything you said was great, except you also have to take into account the gammons that you might lose on the other side. You subtract those. Everything else you said was
great point. Yeah, that's assuming you don't have any chance to gammon the other guy, right?
I mean, there's usually 7 or 8% back on the other side.
Yeah, great point. All right, wow. All of a sudden, Phil, there's 2 men in the bar. Victor's got 2 men in the bar. He needs a 4 or a 1 desperately right now to survive. He's thinking hard about those 4s and 1s, and he rolls double 4s. How convenient is that? So he's going to hit 1 checker.
I'm not sure he's going to hit 1 checker.
And safety up and go to the bar.
I'm sure you don't make your 4-point here.
And what do you do with the last 4?
Okay, he hit. You were right.
Oh, you mean he could have made the 4-point and hit?
Made the 4-point.
Oh, you know what? I like your play.
Not hit.
Yeah. Oh, no, he could have hit. He had 2 men in the bar. Sorry. Okay. No, I thought that's got it. He made the right play because he got a hit because he's so far behind.
I don't know you got a hit there.
It is a stronger play. Bamanzandi says making the 4 is stronger.
Made the 4-point.
Joe Urso is saying, I go for the hit. Oh. What? From the bar? Bar to 17 too. Oh, put second checker out there. How about that?
4-point was a .80 error.
Yeah, so as usual, we're debating 2 plays and neither of them were right. That's why we're doing commentary and they're out there playing.
All right, so now we got pretty much to a classical holding game. What's the pip count? It's not that. It's pretty close. Even though black has 3 men back and white has 2, but white's got a lot more. This is like almost even.
Well, that double 4 from Victor was what we call a super joker. Without that, he would have been in monster big trouble this game.
I know, he was like this close to getting gammon.
Yeah.
Easy play for Victor to make the 4 point. Joe, do we have a clue on the pip? 128 for black. That's good. Who's volunteering to do white? Let's go. So white's got a 6-1. I'm a little confused why Victor is thinking. Wow. I would just automatically have made the bar.
Now, it's 14 difference. 134, 120 right now.
How about that?
The problem with making the bar is you're less flexible in your next rolls. I mean, look at this. How do you going to play your next 6?
8 to 2.
Yeah, I don't like it.
6-1. Yep. And so black is ahead in the race.
It's coming up right now. It's on plus plus. Coming up is make the 2s.
Wow. Yes. 2 point. Amazing.
Flexibility is really important in this.
Good job, you guys. That's great. 0.03 blunder on my part.
Well, it's not a blunder. 0.03 is an error.
Yeah, small error.
A blunder is a 0.08. For you, it's a blunder maybe, but for me, it's just a small mistake. It's not even. I don't even.
No, me too.
Yeah.
All right, 5-3. He comes in. Wow, so Ben's on the bar. Sheesh. It's going to be tough for Victor to get his extricate his 2 men.
We got a nice audience here. How many people know the recube take point at this score? 5 away, 5 away. How many people? I guarantee you Roberto knows it. Everybody know? 25%. You need to know that. You're going to double a little bit faster on the recube. Gammon value goes way down because the 4 cube gammon means very little. But here's a trick I learned.
Whoa, Victor, double 5s. I think he's ahead in the race.
He's got no other play anyway.
He was down 8, so he's up 12 after that.
And he's up 8. So is it a cube? It's definitely a cube because he's got the attack.
Again,
He's got nine rolls that kill.
You ask yourself, does my opponent have 25%? Not counting any gammons. And would he take or pass? He used Woolsey's law. Kit came up with the greatest tool in backgammon, I think.
So here, the question is, so Victor's on roll, he's white, and there are 9 rolls, 2s, 3s, and 6s, any combination of 2s, 3s, and 6s, that point on the 5 point, and also double 1s. So that's 10. And are there any bad rolls? Not really. He's up 8. So does that make it a double take? He's too good. Oh my gosh. Too good by 0.028.
It's close.
That's worth a double then. You want to, right? Because then you're 4 away.
And it would be a 458 blunder to take.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Ben's thinking about it. I'm going to give him 5 seconds now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, Ben, no! Ben, dude!
Nope. That's right.
All right, Roberto says 30. All right, let's 20, 19. All right, we'll see. Yeah. Ben is thinking long and hard. Because if it's not one of those 9 things. It's surprising that the winning percentage is almost 81%. Does anybody else think that that's like a lot higher? I was surprised.
Again, I approach this thing totally differently. I use Woolsey's law. I ask myself, if I were him, would I take or pass? Then I say to myself, I need 25%. Can I win this game 25% of the time? And I think I don't, so I pass.
Well, in
And I double for that reason, too.
So he's got a straight race down 8, and then if he's also going to lose the hitting battle. So
The race isn't as good as the pip count says, because look at there's crossovers that you have to add into the equation and the stack on the 3-point.
And he dropped. Ben made the right decision.
8-6 now.
Yes, now it's 3 away, 5 away. And here's the surprising thing. Actually, Ben has, because he's losing, he actually has a higher take point than Victor. And you'd think it's just the opposite. Ben should actually be dropping a little bit faster than Victor, not counting gammons.
Why is that, Phil?
Because of what happens with the score. If you lose 1 point or 2 points at this score, it's risk over risk plus reward. And when you look at the equities, it turns out that Ben's take point is about 25 and Victor's is about 22. So Ben should actually drop faster. Everybody gets this wrong and gets it reversed. Now those numbers are really only that critically close in races where there's not gammons involved, but it's important to know that.
Expert commentary from Phil Simborg on the Backgammon Learning Center.
I just came up with the one thing I know.
All right, here we go. So this is 8-6, 3 away, 5 away, in a match to 11. And if you count the checkers for Victor, he's got 10 men in the zone and double fives. Oh my gosh, that's an amazing roll.
Now,
Almost perfect.
One thing you're going to see is Victor's going to be very, very slow to double here because his recube take point's about 33%. It's going to be hard for him to take the recube. So you're not going to see Victor doubling too fast.
But you are going to see him making the 1 point.
Ah, yeah.
2 out and make the 8.
That's my play. Yes. So it lessens the probability of getting that blot hit, and he's got another blot to take care of.
That game was a huge swing game. Victor was being gammon, rolled double fours, and won the game. That was a monster swing to this match. That was the game of the match if Victor ends up winning it.
And that never happens in backgammon.
No. So some people are going to say it's luck, but at the end of the game, take a look at the PRs and you'll see it's not luck. Victor's a hell of a player. He gets his share of luck and he gets his share of bad luck, like anybody else.
All right, so 6-5 for Victor, and he makes the point. He's got a 3-point board. Not Ben's favorite roll. What does he do with this?
6-3.
Oof.
That's me.
Oh, nice.
He slotted the
13 to 4.
Slotted the 4. This is kind of useless, but I would hit.
I would move the. Who's ahead? I mean, White's ahead, right?
I think I hit off the 5 point. You got him outboarded. You made your ace point.
13 to 4 was right. And what about, that would do that too because you're ahead.
I don't like
And he's got a blot in his home board.
I hit off the 5 point, but if Victor makes this play, I'll bet on Victor.
I think, hey, Phil, nice.
My play is right.
.190 blunder to run 2 men. And Victor thinks about it and says, I like Phil's play better.
Made the ace point. Your game is to play a hitting game. That's your game plan.
Awesome.
And you have them outboarded. Right. That's 2 things I know.
Had all the fly shots and a bunch of hitting covers there, and that gets
Yeah. Yeah, Chris Trencher mentioned. That's right. So it's not just 3s and 2-1.
I always thought Chris was one of the top players in the world. He made my Giants list, but then he lost to Blake this weekend, so I don't know. I gotta think about it.
Oh, it's a double decision. It's a good double because it's .019 too good, which means it's a double. All right, .025. But, I think almost anybody would double in this situation, even if they know XG says it's wrong, because the probability that an opponent, you only need an opponent to make a mistake 5.6% of the time for this to be a great double. And who's going to make this decision 19 out of 20 times in a row, right?
I agree. I love the double. I love the double. Again, by the way, XG is not necessarily right when it says .025. Without a rollout, you don't know.
Yeah, we're doing so XG, which is this program that backgammon players use, the premier program to determine what's a good play. They have plus, which is sort of okay, plus, which is a lot better and more accurate, but it's still not perfect. And Phil said you could tell XG to do a rollout, thousands of rolls, games to go through, and then it gets a lot more accurate. We don't really know, though. The whole thing could be a hoax.
A lot of people believe that. And my favorite opponent are the people that say, "Oh, I don't believe in XG." I say, "You're right. How much would you like to play for?" I love those.
But come on, Phil, haven't you been tempted to say, no, XG just can't be right here?
I'll tell you what I've learned from the pros, and Neil Kazaros taught me this. If XG says something that he doesn't like, he says, roll it out, and it'll change. If he rolls it out and it doesn't change, he says, roll it out longer.
So the cube is here, and now and Ben just snarfs it up.
Ooh, took it. There's a point at which you're not supposed to gamble, even if it's Victor Ashkenazi.
.427 blunder.
Oh, Ben.
But listen, now he's going to roll double fours.
You know what really bothers me about what Ben just did is I've done worse.
All right, so Victor's going to hit on 2s, 4s, 9s, and 14s. Bring the 3 down and hit. Now Victor has good 6s, by the way. 6s are blocked on the midpoint, but now they play well. And Ben has 2 men on the bar, and he rolled double ones twice in a row, which is, usually pretty good. Oh, 6-2. Where does he play the 2? I guess he play the 2 win. Double 6s doesn't hurt you. Double 1s is fine. Double 3s you can do.
I come in.
Yeah.
I come in. I'd like double coverage on the 2 point in case he comes in.
Where was the 6?
6 covered.
Yeah. So we made the play that everybody's saying was the play. 3-6 from the bar. Ben is in big trouble. And it's hard to think of a series of rolls that are going to work for Ben here.
And of course, the gammon means the match.
That's right. Huge. Now Victor's thinking about moving him.
It's not my play. I bring the 3 in and split with the 2.
Well,
afraid of double 2s? Maybe
double
that's-
4s or
He's
double
afraid of
4s. Double 4s.
No, he's afraid of his opponent rolling double 2s.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be a good roll. 6-1. Ben still can't come in.
8-5. We were right.
Yeah,
Phil,
I
good
would
job.
bring the 3 in. Yeah.
Nice.
So Joe said I was right again. That's 3 things today.
All right, 5-4. What do we got here? Just 18-9, right? And if double 6s, so if Victor rolls small doubles, he might shift.
5-4 should have brought it in.
Yeah. Victor's not playing aggressively enough to make the 2 point.
So
6 down and 3 in.
yeah, 13-7, 8-5.
Now he's got
Lots of builders. Double 6s sucks, but
Well,
you
it's not that horrible. Look at your opponent's board. You don't worry about the anti-joker that much.
Oh, 2-6, but we play dice not on
I
checkers.
guess they're not playing that way.
And he rolled another 2. Oh, that's got to piss Ben off. Yeah, Ben's looking up.
This is a dice on checker turn.
Ugh.
I've been playing wrong.
Really? If both people agree, you can do it, though, right?
I guess so.
Yes.
Uh-oh, Victor is now closing out, protecting against double 6. Now, Victor has a closed board. His main objective here, because the gammon's pretty much assured if he doesn't leave a shot and get hit, is to not leave a shot if he rolls high doubles. So that's why he stacked up his 4 point, because that's the only way to avoid leaving a shot. Now, of course, if he rolls Okay. If he rolls double sixes next time, but you can't predict too far in advance. This is not looking good for Ben, though.
You can't worry about ghosts. You got to just play the game. There's always going to be a bad roll sometimes. If you can avoid it, that's fine. But
Yeah, this is looking very bad for Ben. This could be the match. Uh-oh, Ben's got a chance to save the gammon. We'll go to Crawford. This looks... What's the gammon chance now? 25%? Six four.
high rolls for Ben.
Ben's got 15. He's got 13 crossovers now. He's a big underdog. So
Big underdog. 60% gammons.
Victor has only. Ben needs at least 2 high doubles.
Well, Ben made a very bad take there, and he's paying for it. So you can talk about bad luck all you want to, but in the long run, the better players win. And if you look at the record of the players who play better, they win more. And Victor is one of the best in the world. And he played well, I'm sure. He disagreed with me 3 times, and I'm sure he was right all 3 times. So that's one way to measure Victor's play, because we don't have it next G.
Yeah, Ben's going to need 2 big doubles. And Victor, none.
The good news is we'll have Ben to transcribe in the future. I was rooting
That's
for
a
that.
silver lining. But Ben's a great player as well. It's just, and even the greatest players will occasionally make these huge blunders.
Victor made a huge blunder on a 2 good double. They both made some blunders this play. That's typical.
Yeah, but most of the time, they play great. I mean, they played perfect.
Well, we all know this big swing was that double 4 for, if you had a point to a roll, the double 4 for Victor, which gave him a win from a gammon. That was a big game. That was a big roll.
Okay, here we go. There's still a chance if Victor doesn't roll doubles. What? I don't understand. Oh, wrong side. Sorry. Wow, and that's the match. And Victor Ashkenazi has defeated Ben Friesen in the semifinals. Well played match. I think if we look at the PR afterwards, Victor has the better PR as well. Ben and Victor are now, talking over the match. And we look forward to a transcription of this, which we'll get and we'll post. But I want to thank Joe Urso and Bamanzandi for working on XG. We had great comments from our audience here with Roberto Litzenberger and Chris Trencher, great players. And Phil Simborg, thank you so much for being my co-commentator today.
It's always fun. It's great. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll be streaming tomorrow as well.
We will see you tomorrow. Signing off from Lynn Ehrlich's tournament at the New York Metro. It's Larry Schiller, voice of Backgammon. And we have a great evening, and we will see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Larry.
Hey, Joe, thank you.
Sorry I couldn't get
No, you did great. Listen, it's enough to just set up a position,
Yeah,
right? I mean, perfect.
it worked out.